Hello, this is Steve David Kozich, spiritual leader of the Love Makers Foundation, a 501c3 charity whose purpose is to bring love to the world, and just as importantly, is to bring love to each and every person on the planet. Obviously, we don't have 8 billion people plus watching this video, but the Love Makers Foundation is relying on you to spread the word of love. And Deborah and I are planning a more definitive tract of spirituality that our love makers can present to the world. We're also looking to building the Love Makers Ministry to certifying love ministers as well as light masters. So we're pushing more forcefully to bring love to the world. But it's a climb, and therefore today's topic, or today's love message, is climbing the mountain to love. Deborah asked me, it was sort of funny, she asked me a couple of days ago, gee, how do you keep finding new topics? You've done over 390 love messages. How do you have a new love message every week? Well, it's pretty simple, because I like to see what's happening in the world, talk to people, find out what's going on in their lives, and then put a message together shrouded in the power and energy of love. Using our great spiritual leaders, especially the New Testament, and of course writings from some of the great thinkers such as Maharaj, Krishnamurti, Pierre de Chardin, etc. But today we're talking about climbing the mountain to love. And what inspired me? Well, I met a Gen X female studying in the corner for data science, former sous chef who wanted to get out of the rat race. But what was her key to her current happiness? It's rock climbing. And for those of you who ever rock climbed, and I did one of these walls at one of these things, just a little short wall, but I know Deborah was quite the rock climber. And rock climbing is dangerous. And rock climbing forces you to focus on the moment. It forces you to go to the pinnacle, to the height of the mountain that you're climbing. Rock climbing forces you to challenge yourself. Rock climbing forces you to believe in yourself. And believe me, I was inspired by this young woman. It's amazing the wisdom and the love a person can have. And when she mentioned that when you're rock climbing, all the other rock climbers are going to have your back. They're going to care for you. They're going to give you love. The light went on in my head. This is what we're talking about. Because climbing the mountain to love isn't easy. I just read an AI. I was reading an article, had something in Nevada, about 24% of teenagers have mental health issues. So I went on AI and found out that about 40% of teenagers in America have feelings of hopelessness or sadness. This is not the way life should be. And when you look at, and again, there's another thing. A 34-year-old Dallas Cowboy player committed suicide a couple of days ago. This is not the way life should be. This is not the way life should be in one of the greatest countries in the world. This is not the way we should be living our lives. And I understand our culture isn't necessarily conducive to a loving, safe, secure atmosphere. I know it. Deborah knows it. We don't have jobs anymore. But it doesn't matter, because nothing's going to stop us from delivering these love messages. But the world, it's not always a safe, secure place, but it should be. And the reason it should be is because we need to climb the mountain. And it's not the mountain of Mount Everest or Mount Kilimanjaro I'm talking about. It's the mountain of the heart, the mountain of love. And if you want to climb that mountain, you can climb it as high as you want. Now, in my experience and from what I've learned about people overall, for a person to climb this mountain to absolute love is exceedingly difficult, because you would have to completely transform your life and be immune to your circumstances here in the world. But finding love is a process. But the key to this message today is that you are love. Because as the Bible states in 1 John 4:18, there is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear. And I say that where there is 100% light, there is no darkness. So what I hope you get out of today's message is to take the darkness out of your heart. Rumi once said, only from the heart can you touch the sky. I want to touch you today with love because, there's a lot of things I don't know, but I do know this. Love is the most powerful, essential force in the universe. I know that you are love. I know that love is powerful. I know that love and getting on that path to love will connect you with your highest self and connect you with God. I know these things. I know your love. I know you are here to become love. I know that. But most people don't seem to know that they are love, because people struggle. I talked to a beautiful woman yesterday who struggled with overcoming a dissolution of marriage and the negative energy she received from her children. Still emotionally distraught. But when she would understand that she is love, and I think she did get that learning, things work out. But it's all about you. It's all about you becoming love. Because love is the force that created the universe. Love is the breath of God. Love is the only thing we can heal what is broken. Love, as Martin Luther King would say, is the only thing that overcomes hate. But love doesn't have to overcome anything because love has no opposites. Love has no opposites. Love at its highest and best level is infinite, is absolute, is omnipotent. We could say, in fact, that God is absolute love, but that you can become absolute love. Now, if you were in math and understood the commutative property, maybe, I don't know what that last statement means for you individually, but what it means to me is that you can become love, and when you become love, you will have freedom, and the truth shall set you free. Even if you only go to a level of just loving unconditionally, as Krishnamurti said, hey, you will have total freedom. But you might be asking yourself, who am I to climb this mountain of love? What if I fail? What if I can't do it? What if love isn't strong enough? Love has no opposites. But that doesn't mean you can't be afraid. It doesn't mean you can't be sad. But love is the courage to keep climbing. Love is the confidence in yourself, the belief in yourself that you're going to be your highest self. And when you recognize that you are love, your life will be enhanced in every way. Some call love God, some call it the Christ, some call it Source. But it is love, and it's all with us. It all connects us. You are love. But it's about the awareness and the discovery that we are love. That is the difficult thing to do. And then to act it out in a society that appears to be against love. That appears to be, let's face it, society is competitive. We're in a win-loss culture. Life is simple, but it's not easy. The divorce rate is high. We have economic problems. We have divisiveness. So it appears in our current reality that things are messed up. But let me tell you, you are love. And when you look at it from the view of the fact that you are love, and you look at the expansiveness of love and observe life through love, you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see only the beauty in everything that has happened to you, and that will happen. Is beautiful because it's about love. Pierre Teilhard de Chardin wrote, "We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience." So it's all about your perceptive thoughts and energy. You know, life is about perception. It's about your perception of this love message, for example, and what you're going to do with it this weekend. Are you going to pray more? Are you going to give more love? Are you going to help more people? Are you going to serve more people? You're going to be kinder? You're going to be more thankful? You know, that's the purpose of this talk, so that you can get on that path, or you can just actually spontaneously become love. In which case, email us, call us, let us know. Let's get moving, because we are love. And let's climb that mountain of love. We've got the ropes. We maybe have little futons or pythons, whatever they are called, and you put them in there and you jam yourself into the mountain and you climb and then you get to the top. It's the same with love. You have to overcome this world. Just like Jesus overcame the world. He, in fact, overcame death. And again, there's nothing to be afraid of about death, because it's all about love. Because on the other side of death is resurrection. And then one day, almost without realizing, when you're on that path to love and let go, it'll all be there for you. And you'll understand the purpose of this talk. You'll understand what it is to become love. You'll understand what it is to get on the path to be love. You'll understand what it is to just be aware of the expansiveness and beauty of love. So let go of the belief that you're separate from God, that you're separate from yourself, that God's separate from you, that you're separate from others, that you're separate from love. That, you know, believe that love is the most powerful force in the world. Because you're not climbing towards love, you're climbing about the awareness that you are love. Sometimes I get frustrated that people can't see the pure power and simplicity of love, and that protocol of the awareness of the expansiveness of love, of finding that passion in life. And a lot of people do. They find that passion, at least. They stop right there. But then the love consciousness of acting, thinking, being in love, being love, of self-love, overcoming self-judgment, and then somehow becoming unconditional lovers of the world and of other people, seeing that spark of love, accepting everybody and everyone for who they are. And then, of course, divine love. And then if you want to transform, it's absolute love. You don't have to go all the way through this protocol. But believe me, when you do, you're going to discover that we are not human beings having a spiritual experience, that we indeed are spiritual beings having a human experience. So let the climb toward love be like those. And again, my young friend who climbed various mountains, one I remember was a very difficult one in Kentucky. She said it was an 11.5. I have no idea what that meant, but apparently it was very difficult. She made it to the top. And again, that's what rock climbing is. It's about pushing yourself and making it to the top. But that's what Love Makers Foundation and what this love message is about, to help you make it to the top in your life, to become love. Because you are love, and you are here to become love. And remember, love is the way. Dear God, at this moment, we know that we are love. We are climbing the road, and have climbed the road to love, to absolute love, and are now this moment experiencing the power, the beauty, the grace, the manifestation of love. The manifestation of our desires are here now through the power of love. I release these powers, I release these words as absolute truth into the universe. We thank our highest power, we thank God, and so it is so. Amen. This was a great message. I hope that this weekend that you experience the breath of love, that you start climbing or go to the top of your life, or maybe, take a hike up a mountain, go to the desert, but experience the climb to love, because you are love. Check out our YouTube video here on Love Makers Foundation. Check out our website, lovemakersfoundation.com. And we're here for you. If you need love, we will give it to you. If you need spiritual or emotional counseling or support, we are here for you. But basically, the world needs love, and we're here simply to give you love.